boys. Welcome to the podcast.
Yo,
good to have you.
Good, Cam.
Yeah,
Hey.
now we're talking.
Sean and Maxim, everyone.
Yep.
Two fucking absolute legends.
Try.
Very handsome dudes.
Massive compliment from an Australian to be called an absolute
Everything
fucking
sounds
legend.
cooler.
I feel like such a goat right now, dude.
You are, mate. You're the goat.
Say handsome legends in it, like American accent, just doesn't even
No,
sound
it doesn't hit.
anywhere.
It doesn't hit.
Handsome legends.
Doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
So how are you guys?
Good, man.
We got some coffees.
Yeah, we got some coffees.
Courtesy of this guy.
Yeah, literally the mayor of this space, dude.
Welcome to my humble
The
abode.
mayor. I like that.
Meet Joe.
I could get used to that. So you guys can call me the mayor for the rest of the podcast. That'd
That's
be
good.
nice.
That's good.
Don't tempt us.
Okay.
I'll fucking do it, Cam. I'll do it, baby.
The mayor of getting after it, everybody.
Yeah, the mayor of getting. Oh my God. If you don't clip this, I'll be angry at you.
I'm going to clip it. It's clipped. It's already clipped. So how are you boys?
Great.
Good,
Cold,
man.
but good. We just did, what was it, 30 city blocks in 12 minutes?
Yeah, I think we set a new New York City record. We literally walked from Union Square to Houston in like less than 15. We
Wow.
did it in like 12. This is like the most boring, mundane New York chat ever. If anybody who's
Exciting
not
for
from
us.
New
It
York,
was- we were stoked.
yeah, we were stoked. We were like, yeah, this is awesome. We have time to get a coffee before.
Hell yeah.
That's big.
Are you guys on Manhattan?
I'm Manhattan. He's
Me too,
Manhattan.
yeah.
Downtown Manhattan, Midtown.
Yeah, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
You're a Brooklyn guy?
No, I'm Upper East.
Upper
Alright.
East, nice.
Yeah, 83rd. So
Stay
that's
on the
good.
island.
Now, you boys run a pretty fucking hot show. You've got the Saturday slot at the Comedy Shop, the 6 p.m. slot till 8 p.m.,
Bingo.
which is just a golden, magical hour for comedy. It's a magical club. I mean, tell me how you guys got about that, getting that. That is amazing. And just for the record, guys, I was on their show 3 weeks ago.
He crushed.
Thank you. It was great. What these boys are doing is unreal. So any comic in New York, hit these guys up. I can't guarantee they're going to put you on, but these guys are running a tight ship,
We'll
and it's a
definitely message
fucking
you back.
good show. It
We
is a really
try.
good show. So you guys are killing.
Saturday Night Laughs. We're just like SNL, except we're not.
For
legal reasons. I love saying that with you so much. I want you to know. Every single time we say that, it puts a smile on my face.
So when you clip that and that's in the algorithm somewhere, we got the disclaimer. We're
Yeah, we
good.
got the
We're good.
disclaimer.
Exactly. Saturday Night Laughs every Saturday at 6, 5 hours before the real show on NBC. But we're good, you know. We try to be the nicest show and the most organized show. So we try to get comics like you involved who we know are nice and that we like to hang with, and then we like to create a pool of just enjoyment, like just like happy comics, happy crowd.
It's
So-
a happy vibe. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are just out of the box, just happy people together. Like your
Stoked.
vibe is great. You guys get along great.
We met randomly at show at
Buddha?
the Laughing Buddha show at the stand,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, we just kicked it off. We
Yeah,
were
it was
just like
lucky.
immediately realized like, oh shit, we're cut from the same cloth. Let's
Yes.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Doing
and
it for
now
fun.
this is like my comedy husband.
Beautiful.
I'm not even kidding. Like,
Yeah.
We should have got wed by Jay Turner.
dude, yeah, we should have asked Jay Turner to wed us.
So yeah, tell me how you got the slot with the Comedy Shop.
Shout out Ted Jones.
Yeah, that's a Ted
Ted
Jones
Jones
plug.
World.
Yeah, Ted Jones World.
I grew up in the city. Like we were just saying, Manhattan. I grew up in Manhattan, and so did Ted Jones, who's always at the shop. Check out Ted Jones World. And I was like tiptoeing in, doing every 2 weeks or so. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mayor. And
I got you, darling.
and Ted's super plugged in there. And at the end of 2024, I just said, let's pitch every week. You know, just solidify it. Add in barking, add in everything we need to do to keep that packed energy that you saw, and that I felt like I had gotten lucky with the first handful of times. But as comics, we all know that luck is the combination of just the right amount of preparation and then some good timing. And so that's what I got those first 3 times. And then I added on Max as co-producer. Ted Jones helped me greenlight it for 2025 every single Saturday to just open up the night for them at the shop, 6, 8, 10, 12. We do that 6 to 8 every night.
Well, you're doing a fucking great job.
Thanks,
and
man.
that's awesome. And I agree with you. It is luck, but it also in this industry, you got to make your own luck.
Dude,
That's
yes.
what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people are like, oh, why am I not getting booked? Or I'm like, you got to fucking make your own opportunities. You got to get out there. You got to ask people. You got to meet people. You just got to be in it. You got to get after it. So
It's a
That's
scene
where
for a
we were.
reason.
Yeah,
it's a
we were
scene for
both
a reason.
mobbing around and doing all types of shows. Like you are. I'm impressed with your getting after it. Be in
Thank
the
you,
Street
man.
Room tonight. Go check him out.
thank you.
Yeah, we've done all those slots, and then by the time this came around, and we figured we could just pour all that kind of energy of running around the city into one venue, one location, we decided, okay, that's great. We can just distill and create spreadsheets and create all
Yeah.
types of booking, like just ideas for a whole year at a time.
And you're building a brand, you know what I mean? You're building a business, you're building a brand, and you guys can, now that you're learning this skill, you can take it anywhere. I mean, you guys could eventually own clubs, you could eventually...
Oh, that's the dream,
idea.
bro.
That would be sick.
Dude,
That'd
that's
be
how I want to
hilarious.
retire.
Dope.
Please.
Me and my comedy husband opening a club. Literally, I want everybody to think that me and Sean are gay. Secretly, okay? That's like my goal. I really want people to see us and be like, God, that's such a cute couple. Like, really badly.
So we were just fathering all these comics every Saturday at 6, and this is it. We're welcome to the family.
Yeah, man, it's fun, but like we're the most organized part. Like we do not mess around. We plan like our shows quarterly. Like we did like a giant summit in January where we like talked about like themes. We talked about like what comics we want to bring on. We have like our existing pool of comics that we pull from for shows, but then like when we meet new people, we add those comics to our spreadsheet. Like this is a tight ship.
Yeah. Nice. So let's go back a little bit. I want to hear your comedy conception story. So Maxim, why don't you go first?
Yeah, dude. So I actually went to school for theater. I went to NYU, which was a lot of
Nice.
fun. I wanted to be on Broadway, which didn't work out.
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
Broadway Comedy Club.
Hey! No. So,
For the
dude,
tourist, it
for the
counts.
tour, yeah, it does actually.
Yeah.
So I did that for a couple years right after school. Like I was working at Barry's Boot Camp, if you know it. So I'm not beating the freaking me and Sean being gay allegations. It's like the most like it's.
You were the boot camp guy?
No, I wasn't the boot camp guy.
Okay.
I was merchandising the retail. So I was a retail merchandiser. Shout out selling fitness clothes. But I did that for a while. I booked some really cool gigs, like some regional theater gigs. I got to like final callbacks for some pretty cool shows. And then the pandemic hit, and I was doing a show that actually never got to open up, which I was really sad about because it was a cool regional theater show. And
Sounded like a dope script, too. I
yeah,
still
it's
wanna
a
see
little night music. It's
Yeah.
Stephen Sondheim. Any musical theater homies will know. Also, it was a show with a bunch of older actors, and I very quickly realized that's not the life I want.
it. Sure.
So
Alter actors?
older actors.
older actors.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
So you sort of saw where the pathway was heading.
yeah, dude.
I get that.
So I pivoted. I went, as I said, I went to NYU and I went for theater and for business. So I pivoted to marketing. And so now I work in social media marketing. I'm a social media strategist at this company called Loop Earplugs that makes earplugs for like noise reduction, sleep, whatever. So it's really fun because I still get to be creative. And then one day I've always been a huge stand-up guy. Like I loved it. Like always listen to podcasts. And then I decided to take Rick Chrome's class. Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. Shout out Rick Chrome,
Huge
dude.
shout out.
If
Shout out Rick Chrome.
Rick, if you're watching this, I love you. Like so much. And
Love you too, Ray.
yeah, I was about to say, I know you love him too. And then after that, I just kind of hopped in, you know. That's my comedy like birth story.
Beautiful. Amazing. Sean.
Love the origin stories.
Yeah.
Next we need the mayor's. Origin story of the mayor of Orchard. I am a New York native, as I said before, and I've always been interested in comedy, like Max said. I feel like it definitely took off since doing Rick's class. Shout out Rick at the Comedy Cellar. That was in 2023 now, and I'm a school teacher, so it kind of lends itself that I get out at 3 and I can do mics afterwards in the Village. And try to jump on shows and stuff. But, I've been blessed to kind of be around it my entire life growing up in downtown Manhattan. And so I grew up actually doing a little bit more DJ and music stuff for friends. I was always kind of with rolling with some parties down here. I even did some rap stuff back in my teens and 20s, and I'm bringing that back into my comedy now. I've got a rap album coming out next month. It's called Late Night Bars by Sean Comedy. And so I've just been able to fuse it all together here in 2024, 25. And it's been great, along with the school teacher shtick, where it's like some of these kids know I'm a comic and they've seen my bits on YouTube and they repeat my stuff back to me. So
really?
I'm like, all right, I've got fans. I got Gen Alpha fans, dude. I'm stoked. It's actually dope.
They're gonna bump the new album for sure.
They're gonna bump the album.
What, is it gonna be titled "Hip Hop Saved My Life," like you said?
He was asking me what I was doing for my day off on MLK Day. I was like, recording a hip hop album. He's like, that sounds dope. I'm like, hip hop saved my life. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Changed the game for me.
On MLK Day, dude. Legend.
Need that. And the kids need it too. They love Eminem. These like Gen Z, Gen Alpha kids. I was impressed. So they know their stuff too. So
what's it like going to school and having like kids delve into your personal life like that when they checking you out on Instagram or checking you out on
I can't imagine.
Yeah,
I
don't know if I would
to
like
private.
it.
They were demanding bits. They had a pre-written bit for me about them and me, and they said you have to perform this on Saturday or else you're done. And then they said, "Where's the clip?" And I got caught in a lie, and I said I did the bit and I had never done it. And then I said I had an intern who never cut the clip, and it's been going on for months now. So it's been awkward with some 8th graders. They are hounding me.
Sean,
hounding me.
This is public.
I know. This is like we're gonna finally get
This is
me.
a public podcast.
They're getting you,
Literally
man.
Get me.
You're gonna be in trouble.
So they're dialed in, and then the other 4th grader found my YouTube, and I had to set some stuff to private because she's like, "You swear a lot." So
Really?
I was like, all right, well, okay, yeah, I'm gonna set that one.
That's hilarious.
It's funny.
What grades and what are you teaching? What subjects?
I'm the tech teacher, so we do a lot of AV, coding, programming, design, and kids start using a MacBook in 2nd grade. Wow. So
It's
we're
changed,
just
hasn't it?
dialed up. And then I swear they all came back after Christmas break, and they're like, "Have you heard of ChatGPT?" I was like, yeah. They're like, "It can do my homework." I'm like, "Sweet." I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's great.
Do you think that the ChatGPT scene is going to change the way like kids are educated now? Like, do you think kids are generally going to become maybe dumber or smarter or?
I think it'll be a combo. I think some kids who like want to learn are going to get a lot smarter because they're going to have access to way more information. And then some kids are just going to be dumb as rocks because they're just going to have it do all of their homework. And like, I also think like there's going to be counter AI to the AI to be able to see like, was this written by ChatGPT?
It's going to have to be.
It's going to have to be, yeah.
And even videos, you see reels and stuff that pop up on Instagram now. Some of the AI videos, I'm like, is that real or is that AI? I can't even tell. And then you eventually can pick it because it's like, but it is getting so good and it's only going to get better.
Agreed. I started using the music generators this week. Have you tried those ones?
No.
It's unbelievable. I was like, just 90s hip hop instrumental, boom, ready to go. Illmatic. I was like, what the?
So what? It can just produce a song for you?
Yeah, that's apparently copyright free, and I can just rap over it and send it, and that's it. That's crazy.
AI's insane, dude. I mean, I use AI at work every day. Like,
Every day.
It's so freaking helpful. It's helpful to like organize my thoughts. Like, I'll type in like, I will. Now this is now a freaking tech podcast.
No, this is good.
Sorry,
This is
Cam.
good. This is
Like,
good. This is good.
Because we could talk about AI and comedy like that.
No. This is good. Keep going, boys. It's
So-
good.
We could
There's
tailor it.
this isn't just comedy. This is life.
Okay, fair. Okay.
Because these kids are getting after it. They're like, I can have GPT do all my shit. I was like, respect. You're getting after it, dude. Do what you need to do. Get this homework done.
I think it's gonna be sick when like other competitors start coming out and there's gonna be like more like dirty chat GPTs because right now like you can't if you like typed in like I don't know if you're looking up some nefarious things for a nice evening relaxation session, you can't find that on ChatGPT right now.
No.
Because OpenAI isn't down with that.
There's certain things I punched in before, like, yeah. R-rated stuff just to
hilarious.
see if I can get an answer, and
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
no, we can't. They don't. It's completely barred, which is kind of bullshit.
I know. This is the same thing we did in like as millennials, right? When you talk to Smarter Child on AIM. Do you remember this?
No,
20
I
years
never did
ago?
that.
Am
No, I don't remember this
dating
AIM one,
myself?
but like I
Okay.
remember like
there were bots that you could bully, as like every kid seems to do.
Yeah.
And they always push back, and they're like, "No, don't bully me." Kids still love that. Like they still do it. The second they showed me ChatGPT this year, they were like, "All right, we're gonna beat let's-
ChatGPT.
It never gets old.
I personally think if knowing how I was at school,
Mm.
if I had ChatGPT at school, I'd be a retard. 100%. I would have done no fucking work, man.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
I'm thank God I didn't have ChatGPT.
Yeah, dude.
Like really, I wouldn't have tried.
No.
Let me chime in because I'm doing my master's in ed tech, educational technology online, and they tell you to use GPT. They say these are the 3 tools you can use: GPT, Claude, whatever you want. And so I've created a master's 2025 folder, and I use GPT to keep track of all my assignments, and then write responses from time to time if that's allowed within the forum post. They have certain checks if it's copy pasted. They have certain checks if it's all like AI filtered type of stuff. So they actually tell you to use it as a millennial who's been through the trenches of like actually clawing through information and writing my own essays and stuff.
So, how do you get ChatGPT to track your? Is there? You're gonna have to explain that to me.
Yeah, there's a new feature where you can have it send like reminders and stuff like that within the past.
It's really
few
cool.
weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
We were just talking about it yesterday. Like you can now have like your own like ChatGPT employee. It's called an agent, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? It's like a ChatGPT agent.
And
It can
do you pay for it?
This is like the super primo one.
yeah,
It's
that's a super premium.
$200
Yeah,
one.
that's
Okay.
Work got me with the ChatGPT premium. It's pretty nice.
Nice.
Not gonna lie.
Okay. So it's literally like having your own assistant.
Yeah, dude. Like you could literally tell it like ChatGPT.
Like go through these forums for my masters and read all the posts and know when I'm supposed to post and come back and just give it to me in a simple text line. Tell me-
Wow.
Or even like, I want these concert tickets. Here
Wait
is
in
my
line.
code
Yeah.
to get into Ticketmaster. Wait in line, click around on my computer screen. Like we're in the future. Yeah, man. ChatGPT. They just announced that. Like
Wild.
it's really, really,
And
really
they act
crazy.
so chill when they're like streaming it for the first time. I'm like, you guys are bugging out in San Francisco. Like, what are you building? It just seems so.
It's
nuts
so
to
cool.
me. Yeah.
Where is this world headed? We really are at like,
Brave New World.
Dude, it's iRobot level, man.
yeah. This is so exciting.
It's fun. Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, if we can get to a point where we don't have to work, if we can have an AI assistant that does all the bullshit,
Sure.
and we put 20 hours in a week of whatever, and then it's all just leisure, fucking you beauty. Like that's
Make this man the president. Forget mayor.
yeah.
Literal.
That's the way that the human race should be going. I don't think it was never meant to be the way it is now. We were never meant to be working like dogs 6 days a week
crazy.
for someone else for a shitty wage.
Cam's starting to sound more like Chairman Cam. Not even President Cam anymore, dude.
I'm
Chairman Brady. Dude.
Martin Luther Cam.
Power to the people, boys. Power to the people. I'm a big union guy, all right?
Shout out unions, dude.
Shout out to the unions. Blue
Your
collar.
Australian roots.
Well, you know, that convict heritage we have. We just
I was
have
about to say, I
it's
was
just got
like-
something against authority. It's in the blood.
Cam's like, I don't want to work, man. Get me on a beach.
Get me just on a... Man, I want a comedy club as well. I just want to do stand-up. That's all I want to do. And I would like a beach.
Wait, quick
actually.
origin story. Maybe you've given it.
Yeah. I have, but I'll quick one. This was, I don't know, 20... maybe 4 or 5 years ago. What was that? 2021. I was in a very heavy party stage of my life, and I came home drunk and high one night,
Nice.
and I saw a
Already sick story.
Oh, yeah,
Sick
sick,
story.
dude. That's so
Yeah.
sick,
We're
dude.
all origin stories.
You're so cool, man.
And I came home drunk and high, and I saw this link to doing like a comedy course in Brisbane, my hometown, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, it's a sick idea." Clicked it, registered. The next morning I woke up, and then I like checking my emails. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "I've registered to do a comedy course."
This is the embodiment of bad decisions can lead to good decisions.
So true.
Yeah, cocaine addiction, everyone. It's a good thing. It takes you places.
Definitely shows.
We wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for cocaine, Cam. Don't even front, dude. We wouldn't be sitting in this beautiful studio looking at strangers through the window behind us if you didn't do a bunch of coke that night.
That's true. Just bringing people together, one bag at a time.
So dumb.
But yeah, then I did the course. It was like 2 weekends and then did a show. The show went great. And then I did comedy at home for a year and a half. But maybe, yeah, like it's just like I did an open mic every month or every 3 weeks. And then didn't touch it for a couple of years because I went traveling and did some other things. And then kicked it off again when I came to New York in June.
Oh, nice. So you've been here since June.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Still new.
Cool.
Yeah. So still pretty fresh into
Yeah.
it, but yeah, it's going really good.
So you did the backpacking thing.
Yeah,
Moved
went
into-
Did a
through,
gap, yeah.
Yeah, did a gap year. Put the backpack on and a surfboard and went through Central and South America. I did like ayahuasca retreat and just went from there.
Dude,
beautiful.
please have you talked about your ayahuasca retreat on this podcast before?
I haven't.
Oh, dude, let's go, please.
Did you vom?
Say more. Did you vom? Did you diarrhea?
Oh, dude,
was it the
everything.
whole thing?
It was
Seems like a mandate.
it was a full on experience.
Was there a shaman?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah,
It
I
was
was about
so,
to say, I was like-
it was in the jungle.
Was he a bro shaman or a real?
A real shaman. He like couldn't speak English.
Wow.
And he had all like he looked like a character out of the Lion King. Like he had all the leaves and stuff, and he would do the dances and he would sing songs, and then he would come up to you and he'd sing a song. You'd have to come up and sit in front of him, and then he would sing you a song that was just for you for like 20 minutes, and you're like cooked on ayahuasca at this point. So you're like,
Do you remember your song?
I don't.
That's okay.
Yeah, because it's like it's his hand.
Can you
it's-
give it a shot?
He sings it all out a little bit.
Just a little bit.
No. And then he comes up at the end and he's like, gets his hands on your head and goes, and then he grabs his spew bucket and spews in this bucket, and then again, and then spews in this bucket, and he does that several times. So he's like,
Translation for Americans. Vom, right?
yeah.
I love that.
It was a full on experience. I did four ceremonies.
Oh, wow.
Over 10 days, and it was 3 of them are really hard, and the 4th one was like really magical.
Wow.
That's sick.
That's
cool.
You recommend it?
I do, but it's really hard. Okay, so I didn't really go. This is the thing. I'm a curious guy, and I like to I like to experiment. Okay,
Ken likes to have a good time.
so
baby.
yeah, I like to push it. So you're supposed to go there to like heal trauma and like set an intention. I didn't go there for any of that. I just went there because I wanted to get fucked up on ayahuasca.
That's an intention, though.
Yeah.
You did. You said,
Okay.
I'm gonna come
Yeah.
here and have a good ass time.
Yeah, I wanted to try it, but I'm also like a spiritual guy. Like I meditate every day. I've been doing that for years. So I do I am connecting. I do connect with myself internally. So there was a part of me that wanted to see that sort of side, but it's not for the faint-hearted. I would
I'm
say
sure.
that it is like totally fucking full on. It rocks your world, and I was completely unprepared for it, and it was very intense, like to a point where it was frightening.
Dude, I have a homie I know who has done DMT, and he said the same thing. He was like, that is the craziest. Like, he was like, the palm trees were like moving, and then all of a sudden I just woke up in my bed kind of vibe. So I can't imagine that whole like realm of that's like a whole nother level.
Yeah, dude.
Some people are really big on it, like Tim Ferriss. Do you listen to his podcast at all? He's the like 4-hour work week guy.
Okay.
He's big on psychedelic trauma treatment in Oregon where it's legal and stuff like that. But I don't think ayahuasca is big in the States. I think you still have to leave the country.
Yeah, you can do it here.
Sure.
But it's not the same. They're like
Sure.
white boy shamans. And I really think if you're going to do it, you should go do it properly. You should go to Ecuador or go to Peru and go to an actual retreat.
If my guy's wearing Carhartt work in progress, I don't want him giving me ayahuasca.
Yeah. You don't.
Like, I really don't want that.
I wouldn't either. But you can get some really spiritual enlightenment moments just from mushrooms. Like if you want to do a big hero dose of mushrooms, you can get. That's pretty tough too, but you can open up some doors. So
I believe it.
yeah,
I believe it.
How about as PG as like a cacao ceremony? You ever done that?
No, that's way too pussy.
What about like a matcha ceremony?
Right?
Can we do that? Should we do
G-rated.
Do you guys just want to have a tea party or
Yeah.
something?
Cam, man, I'm surprised you're offering that, dude. As an Australian, that's not traumatic for you to think about tea. Come on, dude. Fuck.
Tea party. I'm kind of down with a tea party.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, there's that new tea spot that's down the block from the shop. No free promo, but there is that new.
I saw
you
that
know
with
what
the
I'm
high
talking about?
tea.
Yeah, the
like,
high
oh,
tea,
wow.
like afternoon
That's
shit.
a whole scene.
Mm.
That's a British scene. My family's British, Irish. Shout out. We drink tea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You guys are big tea drinkers. I lived
Big
in the UK for 2 years,
Oh yeah, I was in London.
and it was fucking awesome.
It
You
is
can't
cool.
drink so much tea. I was working as an electrician, and every like 3 minutes I have a tea break. I'm like, "Do you want to do some work?" They're like, "No, it's fucking. Let's have a cup of tea." I'm like, all right.
Cam, are you like straight up like Australian, or like where does the family lineage go back to? Because I'm presuming you're not like Aboriginal unless
No.
you are, which
No,
like
no.
sick, dude. Like hit me with a
never
haka.
It
but,
goes.
like,
You never
it goes back far, but I
Okay.
don't know how far.
Okay, cool.
I think very far.
sick.
I need to look this up because someone asked me this the other day and I didn't have the right answer. I was like, I think I've got some convict in me, but I don't know.
And it's always good comedy material. People love the lineage. If
Yeah,
you
man.
Have the DNA
Really?
stats. It seems to hit every time.
Yeah, like when people do that 20, is it
It's
23
23andMe,
simple
yeah.
comedy bit.
Yeah.
Like everyone loves your.
I should do it, but I've got this thing against the government knowing my DNA.
Yeah,
for
that's
some
fair.
reason. I don't
Nah,
know.
no, that's
I'm
fine.
a little
I get
paranoid
it.
about that sort of stuff.
So you can just make up the stats.
Yeah, I'm convict, guys. I'm
Straight
fucking
up.
straight up convict. Have you guys ever done the ayahuasca or attempted?
No, I've never done ayahuasca. I have lots of homies who have had. You know, I like to smoke a joint. Like that's my
Yeah.
that's my nice.
I've done a kava ceremony. Do you know that powder?
yeah.
From Hawaii or
Yeah.
from Fiji or
Yeah.
something like this, and they say like bula bula before you drink it out of a shell.
What's
and
kava?
Kava is
Is it like-
Kava.
Is it like an alcohol?
It's the root of a plant. They grind down the root of a tree or something, isn't it?
Yep.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
And it makes your mouth numb.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And it gives you like a caffeinated, like a bit of a high, doesn't it?
Very much, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was decent, and it felt like a process and like a communal thing a little bit. That was cool. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I once shotgunned a Four Loko in high school. That's close enough, I think.
What?
With your boys.
With my boys.
You not know what Four
That's-
Loko is? You didn't have that in Australia. That was all the rage in high school. It's a caffeinated alcohol.
It's a caffeinated malt liquor, yeah. And
Right.
it's
Brutal.
like horrible.
The worst.
They've changed the formula. I want you to know this was the cool formula.
It used
This
to
was
be
this was
high
yeah, this was the high caffeine formula. That's probably the closest to ayahuasca I've ever been. ripping a Four Loko.
God.
I did not feel good after that one.
Wow.
Then a 3-day silent retreat. I felt pretty.
Wow.
intense.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was sick.
That's cool.
Where did you do that?
Did it upstate at somewhere near Bear Mountain. It was also a fast with the mother drink where it's like the apple cider vinegar and the cayenne
Yeah,
pepper.
yeah.
So we fasted and silent for 3 days and feel like you're tripping after.
So you don't talk to anyone.
You just eye contact like every so often if you need your beverage or whatever, and but we do some meditations and
What if you need a blowjob? Can you be like,
Yeah. Dude, I can't shut the fuck up for 5 minutes. You did it for 3 days? My wife would be thrilled if I did a silent retreat at home. She'd be like, thank God. She's like, Max, you should think about doing a silent retreat at home.
every day?
I'll be your shaman. I'll do it for free.
So you recently got married, Max.
I did. Got married. So
Congratulations.
thanks, man.
That is
Thanks.
decent.
When was it? Last year?
So yeah, September 7th last year.
we're super
Nice.
stoked. We're really happy about it.
So she's a legend. She puts up with me. And like Sean
Comes to multiple shows.
yeah, comes to she fucking did
She's a fan.
yeah, she's a fan. She did it too. She's both a fan, my harshest critic, and also my she's not always down to bounce ideas off of, but she's a writer herself. She follows Cindy's Notebook on Instagram. She's a comic artist and
Substack.
and has a sick Substack where she writes stories and shit. Super duper talented. She went to Vassar. She's an amazing writer. So once in a while, like I'll bounce ideas off of her, and she'll like she'll be like, oh, this would be a funny tag. So it's really nice having like another writer
That
at
is
home.
dope.
She's a full-time copywriter. So
Wow.
like she's the best.
Just to interrupt, how's her job changing with ChatGPT?
You see, that's the interesting part. I feel like it's changing. She doesn't use it. Like she's like hella anti ChatGPT.
Of course.
Like
I bet the real writers are.
Right.
I mean, even I would never use it for comedy.
Sure.
like it's
Sure.
she is like hella against it.
Okay.
I listen. I don't want to say like she's like against it, but she certainly doesn't use it for work. I can tell you that much. Like for sure, does not use it for work. I'll use ChatGPT sometimes, like when I need to like come up with like a social caption. I'll like put in my base idea and I'll be like, hey, can you riff on this social caption for Loop Earplugs? Because we have like ChatGPT Premiere, so it has all of the information of literally everybody else's ChatGPT logs. So it makes it even like it's like a super hive mind of Loop Earplugs. So it's.
It always goes very verbose, right?
Yeah, but
tagline.
yeah, but then you know it's the classic
Whittle it
ChatGPT
down.
of it all. Like you can be like, hey, make it shorter, like, and then tell it that you're gonna give it a cookie, and then it's gonna do a better job. I'm not even kidding. You think I'm joking? That's like a thing. If you tell ChatGPT like I'll give you 5 gold stars if you do a good job, it's mathematically the code works harder.
Wow.
I'm not even joking. Like I know. Yeah, literally. We're an iRobot, bro. Like
I'm trying to think of a joke I wrote with ChatGPT. I think I was like I asked my phone like, "Hey Siri, why am I single?" and it activated my front camera. that works. I love that cooks.
That's a sick joke.
I love that works. That's literally 100% GPT.
That's a sick joke.
that's Steve.
Did you get that on ChatGPT?
I got it off GPT.
That's
I used
a
it
sick
multiple
joke.
times. It's a banger.
That is a banger.
That is.
These are my confessions, you guys.
I
These
love
are my
it.
confessions.
I know. I've had a lot of comics say, "Hey, just like if you're struggling for ideas, like just punch some ideas in ChatGPT, and they'll just give you some." So I'm not against it.
Sure.
Hey, I think you should use whatever tools you've got. Comedians, like I know this for a fact. Like all the guys that do Netflix specials, they've all got writers for them. They've got teams of writers that help them put these things together, help them punch up their material. Everyone's helping everyone. How often do you collaborate with, hey, what do you think about this joke?
It's so hard,
Sure.
bro. Like it's so difficult. Anything to make it, I don't want to say
Funnier,
easier, but like
easier.
easier and funnier. Like
course.
we bounce ideas off of each other all the
Sure.
time.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you know, we'll
Yeah,
just
man.
text each other like, "Yo, I'm working on this
But
bit."
that's the beauty of being a human, and
Yeah.
it's humans have always collaborated in everything that we do to make life easier and make life better and more fun. So it's why is it any different in a professional field or an artistic field? So
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to using it for flyers soon. I get a little bored, like redesigning our flyers every time. I'm like, okay, let me just punch it in, but it still spits out gobbledygook for visual design. So.
Sean is the flyer king.
Gobbledygook, guys. That's the that's American for shit.
Hey,
Got my teacher slang on.
wait. Let's get more specific. Is gobbledygook not the? Isn't it a language from Lord of the Rings, if I remember correctly? No, I'm not even kidding.
Gobbledygook. Gobbledygook.
Guys, I'm not fucking around. Gobbledygook's a real thing. I think it's a J.R. Tolkien thing.
Legendary.
All of my freaking Lord of the Rings homies are going to be like, Max, come on, dude. You can't remember. I'm not. Damn it, I'm not kidding.
All right.
You should know this. You're from Australia. They shot the whole thing there.
No, that's New Zealand, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fuck you, Max.
Yeah, that was insulting. Okay, we can bully the New Zealand
All right,
people.
Max, you got to go do 10 push-ups.
Okay, I'll say something mean about them. They all have sex with goats, right?
Yeah,
That's
no,
the thing.
sheep.
Oh, fuck.
Do
I
you know
even
what-
fucked that one up.
Do you know what the largest bone in a New Zealand sheep is?
Boner.
Human boner.
A New Zealand man. Bah. Well, back to your wife. Okay, so she works in she's a writer.
Yeah.
How did you meet her?
So we met at school. So she was a grad student. Shout out Cougar. No, I'm just kidding. She's only 1 year older than me. I always make that joke, and she's like literally 94, and I'm 95. So
There you
it's
go.
not a huge age gap. But we met at school. It was a showmance. We were doing a musical about creating a movie musical in Stalinist Soviet Union. Because I don't know if you knew this, but Stalin is a huge is LOL. Was huge musical theater fan. His favorite movie was Singing in the Rain.
No shit.
And he commissioned this is a true story. He commissioned a lot of Soviet movie musicals when he was the dictator.
Wow.
And her character was like government employee who got saddled with creating a movie musical about Stalin, and nobody actually wanted to make it because they were like, he's going to kill us no matter what. Like, he's literally, he's not, there's no way it's ever going to be good enough. And I played the actor who plays Stalin.
Wow.
So we didn't interact much in the show. But
Did you have a muzi?
No, I didn't. This was young Stalin leading the
young
people.
Stalin.
You still should have had a mustache.
Dude, this is about all I can get right now, baby. This is like the most it gets. My coworkers, if I ever let it grow out even like a little bit more than this, they're like, "Ooh, Max, you're growing out a mustache." I'm like, "Shut up. I can't do more than this. I'm doing my best. I don't have the freaking UK genes like you fucks who get beautiful full facial hair." But yeah, that's how we met. We met at NYU, and we have been together ever since. We both did the actor grind thing, both kind of pivoted, and now have like built a life together.
Amazing.
I love her. She's the best.
Super wholesome.
8 years this April.
Wow.
Damn.
So we've been together. We've been through a lot. Yeah, I was about to say, went through the pandemic, like pivoted careers together, like, you know, figured out just like living in New York as two adults. Like that's tough. It's a tough city to live in. So
Yeah.
Her family's from New York though, so it's nice that like that's the home base, because my family's they live in Miami.
Yeah. Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah, man. That's like
Worked out.
that's like the breakdown.
Well done.
She's great. Yeah, thanks, dude.
Congratulations.
I appreciate you. You're married too, right?
Yeah, I got married in November.
Hey, we
recent.
talked about this. I remember.
Yeah.
More recent. Down
Yeah.
at City Hall.
City Hall.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Quick wedding, short one, very unexpected.
Wow.
We sort of decided like 2 weeks before that we were going to go do it, and Mel organized everything, so
Queen.
and then we
Shout out Mel.
Shout out Mel. She's great. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. And
Where is she from?
she's Australian, but she's lived here for 19 years.
Oh wow. Like
Yeah.
New York specifically or US?
New York.
Oh, nice.
And I met her when she was back at home. I met her in a bar, and she was back at home with some friends visiting her family.
Wow.
And then I saw her and approached her, and
Whereabouts in Australia are you from?
Brisbane.
Brisbane. Okay, cool.
Mm. And then the rest is history.
Dope.
That was 5 years ago, and we did this like long distance dance for 5 years.
Wow.
And then in June this year, we're like, well, let's
Let's make it happen.
do it. If we're gonna
Sick.
do it, now's the time. I got all my traveling out of my system, and got some things out of my system, and
Hell yeah.
it was good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, couple ayahuasca retreats later, baby.
Yeah.
Couple bags of cocaine and stand-up classes later, and Cam was ready.
It was the preparation, you know?
He's putting in work, dude. Mel, he loves you, man. He put in that work for you, dog. He put in that work for you.
Shout out Mel.
And I'm still single, getting roasted by GPT. That's it, dude. That's it.
Sean,
That's it. Literally
Mate,
getting roasted.
you've always got your front camera there.
Literal front camera, dude. It's such a tech joke. I'm like, this is so dumb.
Yeah, but it tracks.
Are you on the apps or anything?
I'm on the apps. I'm on Raya. Shout out Raya.
Which one's that? Because I've lost track.
That's like the mega baddie one.
The
Sean
famous
made
people.
it. Sean made it, bro. He
What?
made it.
You have to get like verified or endorsed or whatever.
Yeah, so it's like for the famous people.
Exactly, but now it's all for normies. Yeah.
Oh, and so anyone can go on it now?
Not anyone. You still have to get endorsed by at least 3 people, and then you're in. And you can like set traveling preferences and where you'll be in London or whatever. And so you meet some people there, and like
Yeah.
some people go on there just to be friends. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then yeah, so it's all right.
You know, people give so much shit to the dating apps, but I fucking loved them.
You did? You had a good
We're on
time?
them?
You,
I
did you
tried
crush?
traveling.
I mean, you're
Crushed.
Australian, bro. You got the eyes, you got the hair. Like the ladies are fixing for an Australian man. They're like,
It
did it
was
overseas,
it was a lot of fun. I think because I was born in 1989, so I'm 35.
Sweet.
So when I was going through my 20s, there wasn't dating apps. So it was always the old-fashioned way, and I'm glad I got to experience that. And then I had a long-term relationship, like 8 years. So, you know, fast forward till my late 20s, I was sort of single again, and then the apps were there.
Wow.
And it was cool to have that transition between not having it and then having it, and then getting to experience both worlds. And people that complain about it, like, shut the fuck up. You don't realize how fucking easy it is. Like, I mean, it opens so many doors for people that could never pick up a girl before, who could never even have the courage to talk to a girl. It gives so many people opportunities that they, I mean, yeah, you complain about it, but you don't realize how tough it was for people before that. So
Yeah, man.
Old-fashioned.
Cam, we're not all beautiful Australians who chicks want the Outback experience, okay? They see on their profile, they're like, yeah, I'm from Australia, I'm on my gap year. And they're like, I'm down to go to Outback Steakhouse with this guy, man. Have some shrimps on the Barbie, okay? We don't all have that shtick.
It's true. I feel kind of like boring on my dating app because I'm like, New Yorker, still here, yada, yada. I do some of the comedy stuff.
Yeah, I was
that
about to
stuff
say.
up there. That's interesting. People seem to like that. They were
Yeah,
always
of
like,
course.
tell me a joke. Like,
That
I hate that.
tell
Shut
me
the
a
fuck
joke by
up.
text
Literally,
as
I
a
hate
first
that.
I think all
opening line.
comedians hate that. Like,
Yeah.
how many times have you been out to a bar or a pub and you meet these people like, oh, you're a comedian. Oh, well, tell us a joke. You're like, no, shut the fuck up. How about that?
This isn't the setting.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
What would be
It's
the
the setting.
one-liner to get everyone to crack up?
You have one
I
though.
forget which one
I
I
can't
used
remember which one you
recently.
used, but we were barking some people.
Right amount of cheesy and
Yeah,
stupid.
we were barking some people, and they're like, "Tell us two drunk chicks, are like, tell us a joke." And Sean like fucking pulls one out of the bag, and I literally said like, they said, "Tell us a joke," and I'm like, "This moment right here that you're asking me to tell you a joke right now, please stop." And Sean's like, no, way smoother, comes in. This is like me, peak married man. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God, I hate these women so much. Please, just buy a ticket. Like,
It
Yeah.
was SantaCon Day. It was SantaCon.
Oh
We were
my
trying to
God.
wrangle some of the crowds.
I did a
just for
podcast
fun.
here on Santa
Oh,
Condo,
God.
and it was the whole street. You couldn't walk in a straight line. There was millions of these cunts with Santa fucking hats on, and I
I
tell
hate
you
them.
what though, it would be a fun time if you're in college here. Like the chicks were hot,
For sure.
dressed like sluts,
Yeah.
and it was fun. Like it looked fun. I wasn't in it. I wasn't
Did
there.
they tap
I
the
was not
glass and
there.
everything? Were they like
Yeah.
just shouting and doing
Yeah, there
it?
was girls
Yeah,
like
yeah.
going like this through the window and like pulling their like showing the cleave and. But every New Yorker that I know, like any true New Yorker, fucking, they're like, this is the worst day of the year.
It was entertaining in the club for a second because they all came into the comedy shop on Bleecker right before our show. It was mayhem, and then they all cleared out right when our show
for the most part, yeah.
started.
There
Yeah.
were a couple of scragglers stayed, and we were just like ripping on them the entire time, which was fun. Hey, what's up, guys? Yo, it's good. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout
Randall.
out.
But we had a couple of them, and all the comics were obviously like dogging them like the
I
entire
think I remember
time.
the joke I told that girls.
Yeah,
I think it was
say it.
basically.
Oh, go.
Well, I just do the shtick where it's like, actually, I'm a school teacher, you know, and one of my kids had a funny joke to tell the whole class on Friday. He was like, can I tell a joke? I was like, sure, Dante, go ahead. And he's like, why was 10 afraid? And I was like, I don't know, because like 7, 8, 9. He was like, no, because it was in the middle of 9/11. These SantaCon girls are like, is that supposed to be funny? I'm like, it's
a
funny
good
'cause
joke.
It's not funny.
Sean's like bombing. He's like, sorry, guys. All right, you can't really say bombing after a 9/11 joke, can you? Can't really do that.
Butchered.
Literally. Dude, the SantaCon, I mean, I hate to get this like classic comedy we're talking about just shitting, but like it's the only time I've ever seen like not homeless people take a shit on the street. Like I know
Really?
that's kind of sad, but like so when I've been here for 10 years, and my sophomore year I'm looking out my window, see this guy come out of this bar. Now it was Brazen Fox at that time. Now it's called Memory Motel. It's on 13th and 3rd. And
Where dreams are made.
literally, oh my God, nightmares. That's where nightmares are made. But this guy literally just between two cars, like just like some frat bro, just like pulls down, like, does it, and then just walks away.
Doesn't
No
what?
wipe, no
Ah,
nothing, dude.
No shame.
No shame. And I'm like, oh my, I hate this.
That's gross.
I really like
just on the street.
between two cars. I
Yuck.
really like. I swear.
How hard is it to just like walk into one shop, like go into a Starbucks?
He
or-
was stumbling, bro. That guy
Bro.
was like, he was not thinking about skid marks, okay? He was
No.
thinking about like this is going to be bad if I don't do this. In
Yeah,
between
he
these two
must
cars.
have been desperate, the poor bastard. I've been in those situations where I'm like, I gotta go and I gotta go
Right now. Yeah,
right
I know.
now.
Oh, dude, I'm like literally. Whenever I think about SantaCon, I want you to know. I want the both of you to know.
Yes.
I have, even when I was a college student here, I never participated in SantaCon. I've never done it before. So
We trust you.
yeah, I pinky promise. I'm like I wear that as like a point. I wear that as like a point of pride that I have never participated in that debauchery.
You vouch for Cindy too?
Oh my God, yes, absolutely. Cindy's never been in. We both like. I had some like New Jersey homies who were like, "Oh, dude, we're going to ThanaCon." I'm like, who went to school in New Jersey, and I was like, "I'm not coming with you. You can like come hang out with me after. I'm staying inside." Yeah, like I do not want to associate myself with you. I'm not going to be seen with you in public. I can't.
Oh, that's so funny, Sean.
SantaCon,
Yeah.
as a native New Yorker, I don't think I've ever worn the garb, but to your stories about moseying around the world and drinking and smoking, I did a lot of that in my teens and 20s. But to my memory, never put on a Santa hat. And so.
Honestly, if I was in college, I would have done it every fucking year.
Dude, you're Australian. That doesn't surprise me
Yeah.
at all. Australians like to get after it. I know you would have been out there.
You would have been in the only frat at NYU. You would
Yeah.
have been like the guy up and down. Fifth
Honestly,
Avenue.
I never went to college.
Oh,
So
yeah?
I was straight into the workforce. I got
Hell
a
yeah.
apprenticeship as an electrician, and it probably saved my life. If I had have done college, I think I would have died. I partied so fucking hard as it was. I wouldn't have got through. I wouldn't have passed anything. I would have been awful.
I've heard that like Australian college also like gets after it. Like Freshers Week's insane, and then there's not like
Yeah.
there's
Make a
not.
good TV show.
Dude, they called Fresher Weeks here as well.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
They're called like Freshers
Yeah.
is like a super UK,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah, they call it-
Australia, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That
No, I
was,
love it. No,
no,
it reminds me of my brother, because my brother went to college and he filled me in with all this lingo. Yeah. Shout out to Guy,
His name's Guy.
my triplet brother.
Oh.
You're a triplet?
I'm a triplet.
No way.
Yeah. I got a joke about it. So I got a brother I'm a triplet. I got a brother who looks like me and a sister who wishes she didn't.
Oh, stop
That gets
it.
a hit.
You're a handsome guy. You're that. Come on, man.
Nah, they're all my family are pretty. They're all handsome.
Are they all back
And
in
pretty.
Australia?
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. I got three sisters.
Hell yeah.
So I got two older sisters that are twins as well.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
freaky family. Huh?
Yeah, I was about to say mom and dad.
Yeah, pumping them out.
Fraternal identical.
No. We're all not. I don't know what that means, but no, we're not identical.
No circus stuff.
We're
No.
not. No, we're not fraternal. That's like natural, right?
Yeah.
No. We're IVF.
Okay, because I was trying to think. I was like, who's responsible? Is it
That's-
the
that's-
multiple eggs
yeah.
coming out? Like
No.
I'm going back to bio.
That was back in the days when IVF was like the Wild West. You
Yeah.
could just like pump in as many fertilized eggs as you wanted.
Whoa.
So we were the outcome of that.
Dude, shout out Mama Brady, bro.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
Yeah,
shout
shout
out
out.
Mama Brady. There's that many children. Respect, dog.
Yeah, she's a good lady.
Wait, is it Brady or Bird?
Bird.
Bird. Why do I keep saying Brady?
I thought that was like an
Bunch.
American slur or
Brady
something.
No, then
I don't care.
I've been
You can call me whatever you want, bro.
fucking up for 48 minutes, bro.
You haven't called me Brady on this podcast.
I
yet.
haven't.
I
Well,
can
then
be
my bad.
Brady.
Okay.
I can be whatever, man.
As
Brady-
my
Doesn't
uncle-
matter.
as
Cam-
my
Doesn't
uncle-
matter. It's all a name. Doesn't mean shit.
Cam Brady's like your American alter ego.
That would be a very American alter
Well,
ego.
you'd be like Colin Brady. That'd be
Yeah.
like your American alter
I feel
ego.
like that would be like my jock name if I was a jock at a sport, which I never was, or good at something.
Do you rip any sports? Like any?
I surf.
You surf? Oh yeah, you said you strap
Yeah.
a surfboard.
Yeah, strap
got a
a
Rockaway.
surfboard, and that's pretty much all I do now. But I'm okay at most sports. I can.
Do you
give
go out to
everything a
Far
crack.
Rockaway and like get a wetsuit on and go like here?
I've got a surfboard here, but I didn't bring a wetsuit, and
Oh,
I haven't gone. I don't have a car, and it takes like an hour and a half or 2 hours to get a. I'm not that committed.
I get you.
Like what my plan will be is once I get my green card, I'll probably shoot over to Mexico twice a year
Nice.
or El Salvador or something and go do like a month by myself. Do that a couple of times a year.
I love
Dope.
to surf. I'm
Love
garbage, but I like doing
Yeah,
it.
it's so
Mate,
fun.
Yeah, you're always welcome to come with me if you ever want to learn in the future.
Nice. Super down.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You got to if you want to learn, you've got to put yourself in a beach town with a surfboard, obviously, and just stay there for a month. And if you surf twice a day, every day for a month, you'll pick it up just fine. You'll be very, very competent by the end of the month. But that's the only way. If you're trying to just do like a day here or a day there, it's
Always.
you're not going to pick it up.
Piecemeal.
Yeah.
I grew up in Miami, so like
There's not much surf there.
It's
Not
not
much.
much surf. You got to go to like Jacksonville. There's what's the name of the big beach there? There's a big one that I've surfed there when I was like traveling with my mom and dad for something.
This guy's tried the door
But
3 times.
Kelly Slater grew up in Miami, didn't he?
little
Where's-
further
oh,
out.
that's Florida.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he grew up
Florida's
further
not Miami.
Yeah.
Florida's
2
not
hours
Miami.
out.
Yeah.
Florida is not Miami.
He grew up at Cocoa Beach.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Florida,
okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the beach. Cocoa Beach is where I've surfed before.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Apparently, it's still shit ass waves there.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
can't believe
awful,
you grew up
awful
there.
waves.
Yeah.
It's the best you can get in Florida, though. It's not good.
Bless.
I've gone.
Thank you.
Bless you. I've gone in Costa Rica before too, which was really fun. But yeah, I mean, surfing's the best. I snowboard a lot.
I snowboard as well.
I'm going
Can we please go for a snowboard?
a day trip.
He's going
yeah.
on Tuesday.
I'm literally I leave Monday, but Monday night. But I do day trips sometimes. If you
Hell
can
yeah.
track a snowstorm in New York, it can actually be a lot of fun. But you have to like actually think about it.
I don't have any gear here.
That doesn't matter. You
I'm
can
going
rent.
home in we can?
Yeah, of course you
Oh,
can. rent.
sweet. I'm going home in April, so I'm going to grab all my gear and bring
Wow.
it back then.
Nice.
Yeah, if you're ever doing a day trip, please hit me up.
I'll let
I
you
am
know.
so fucking keen. I love snowboarding.
Dude, you can
I
go up
love
to-
powder. I can do black runs. I'm pretty competent in it.
Flips.
I'm not amazing, but I'm competent. Like you're not gonna be. I'm not like gonna be a shit friend. And be like, Max, I'm scared.
Cambered rips, dude. Everybody should know. He's an absolute certified shredder. That's what he's trying to say.
shred the
That's-
nard.
that's-
There's a surfboard saying shred the nard.
Shred the gnar. Yeah.
Is that snowboarding
Yeah,
as
of
well?
course.
Yeah.
I feel like the big one in snowboarding everybody says is like, oh, like that's steezy. Like style and ease. Steez.
Oh, pow. I love the pow.
Pow, yeah,
Hit
dude.
the pow.
Dude, one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time is if neither of you know this video, like please like clip it into this right now. You know the video of the guy who's like, yeah, like, we were getting so pitted. The first wave was like chamois, and then it came down chapa, and then we were pitted, so pitted. That guy's like, that's who I'm just trying to be on stage at all time. I just want to be as stoked on
he Australian?
everything I do as
Yeah.
that guy.
Is he Aussie?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's from Cali.
Aussie guy's the kid who had the party, who had the massive party.
Oh, you know about him, Corey?
You know this kid?
Yeah.
No, I
Who
don't.
his
Tell me
parents were
more.
away for the weekend?
He's famous. Yeah, his parents went away for the weekend, and he threw like the biggest party.
You don't know this guy?
He advertised. I don't know how he got it out, but he advertised it.
So
It was on the
funny.
Gold Coast, and something like 10,000
You never heard this
10,000
classic.
school kids rocked up to this party. It was huge.
Insane.
And he ends up getting arrested, and he gets like
Okay.
dragged through the coals. And they do this. There's a famous interview of him where they're like interviewing him the following day or 2 days later, and he's like standing there shirtless. He's got his hat back, and he's like crazy sunglasses. And this news reporter's like, "So, Corey, what have you learned from this lesson? Like, do you want to tell the public anything from your experience?" And he goes, "Yep. If anyone wants to plan a party, call me."
That's good though. He has a vision.
Yeah, I know.
He has a vision.
Shout out to Corey.
Literally, but you see, this is the embodiment of you can turn any sort of
Right?
degeneracy
Yeah.
into a business.
Yeah.
He could be an event planner.
Corey
Yeah,
is what
I think he
Gen Z
did. So
needs.
that's what he ended up doing.
Wow.
But now I think he's lost his way a little bit. He's like, I don't know what he's. I think he's full head to toe tattoos, like all the way up to his chin. And
Wow.
He's not saying that that's a bad thing, but he's yeah, I think he's gotten. I think he's been in and out of jail.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks.
That may not be accurate,
Fact check.
but I think it is. Someone can fact check it, but not me. I'm going to say whatever
Fact
the fuck
checker
I
on the
want.
podcast?
Yeah, ChatGPT. Did you bring your assistant?
Imagine.
She's right here, bro.
Just keeps
She's
roasting
right
me.
here.
She
Could we
can't do
use
anything.
that to like fact check us something?
You could have done the voice to
Could've done
note
it,
where
yeah.
it'd be like, oh, well, just yada yada yada. Corey from what part of Australia? Where is he again?
Yeah.
Yeah. and then
Corey from
do the
Australia.
voice note.
Yeah.
You love a voice
Yeah,
note.
do the voice note.
Freaking.
Can you talk into ChatGPT?
Yeah,
it's
dude.
got the
Okay,
best-
do it. And then can it return the call?
Corey from ChatGPT. God damn it, bombing on this
guy.
podcast.
This fucking guy.
Corey from Australia, the kid who threw a massive party and got arrested, what is he doing now? I heard that he has head-to-toe tattoos. Tell me what's going on.
Let's see. Hit us.
Let's see what ChatGPT
Hit
says.
us, fact
Can you put on
checker.
speaker on the?
That would be fun.
No,
Yeah,
you
could do a
can't,
Siri voice.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Oh, God damn.
She's got info.
Yeah, I mean, he's really yatted. Like,
Cranky.
he's truly head-to-toe now.
They give you photo or description?
Yeah, bro, look at this
Oh,
guy.
Okay, they give you photos.
Here, you can freaking clip this in right above my
I
shoulder.
don't know if that's him.
That's not
Can I have a
him.
look?
Corey Washington, the Australian who gained notoriety. Or did they just AI generate those images?
Yeah, I don't think that's him.
AI general.
Yeah, that's not him. He doesn't look like that.
Let me see.
Let me read this. Corey Worthington, the Australian who gained notoriety in 2008 for hosting an out-of-control party at age 16, has undergone significant changes. He married his partner, embraced fitness, and participated in Australian Ninja Warrior. Okay,
Oh,
he sounds
okay.
like he's okay.
Sounds good.
Australian Ninja Warrior, respect.
He also ventured into business, founding Not Sorry Entertainment.
Not
Love it.
sorry.
He's
What
not-
a lord! He's the mayor.
He's the man. Dude, let's get him on the pod.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is wild.
Cam, would you have him on the pod?
Yes.
Like,
Please.
you should tag him in this. Tag him in this and be like, Cam wants you on the podcast, dude.
Corey, come to New York. We're gonna get you on the pod
I love it.
now.
I love it.
Yeah.
We've got Saratoga Waters.
This podcast is brought to you by Saratoga Water.
Imagine.
We're gonna get sponsored one day.
I that would be
That-
so sick.
That would be fun.
That would actually be like such a flex because
Everyone always does that on every episode. They're like, Saratoga Water, well, fucking brought to you by.
This is free. You're plugging him for free though.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I
gotta
shouldn't, should I?
get the sponsor.
Fuck these guys. I need to get a sponsor.
Oh.
That's going to be my goal this year, is
There's
to
a
get
way.
a sponsor.
I-
Do you
I
guys
think
want to
you can
sponsor
do
the podcast?
Sponsored by Saturday Night Laughs.
Yeah,
You want us to sponsor your podcast, dude?
please.
I'm like thinking like what could we have a segment brought to you by Saturday
Yeah.
Night Laughs.
Put on our jingle.
We could.
Ted Jones.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Ted Jones is gonna be here.
Ted Jones. Sounds like you should make a song out of Ted Jones. Like,
Yes.
you know that song, Mr. Jones and me?
I'll put that on my
Dude,
own.
yeah, I was about to say
Actually, so
make a Ted Jones love song.
banger. Guys, I'm single.
Yeah. and not gay.
Just for Ted Jones.
Just for Ted.
But yeah. You guys ever throw a party in your childhood home? With your
Yeah,
parents,
shit,
or-
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So my sisters and I, we threw, well, it was really my sisters and I invited my friends as well, but my parents went away for a weekend and we threw a fucking massive party. Some dude ended up getting on the roof and he lost his footing and slid down, and their house is quite a big house on two stories. He fell all the way down. He fractured his knee.
Oh, brother.
No.
Not fun.
But yeah,
Aside
I
from
grew up in definitely going to lots of parties, but
house parties.
what about you guys?
New York City, Miami.
Yeah, I
New York
did.
City was like apartment parties
Parties, yeah.
and
Mm.
rooftops and staircases. Like that was the cool place
Staircase
to smoke
parties?
weed
Harry
in
Potter
and-
parties?
Yeah, literally. Harry Potter.
covered under the stairs.
Mm.
That was the hot spot.
Mm.
And then one time we threw a party on the roof, and kids were throwing pizza off the roof just to test like the aerodynamics and stuff, like slices onto Second Avenue. And so the cops came and they shut that one down. And
That makes sense.
I don't think I ever got in trouble for it. Like the doorman would just.
I
like,
wonder how
don't-
aerodynamic a pizza really is. Like, did you get some good
I
statistics?
think a few caught wind and went like East River, like there they go, like flying. It was.
Were there
Frisbee?
Yeah.
Frisbee?
Yeah.
Like, that's the way you gotta do it.
were there certain flavors that were more aerodynamic
I
than
think the
others?
cheese.
Yeah, because the pepperoni creates. I mean, you're the closest thing to an engineer of all us here. Okay. Literally, social media, like and teacher. I mean, Sean actually he probably knows a little bit.
Yeah,
Cheese was the best.
Yeah.
We did a lot of house parties in Miami. Miami, like I definitely had like my parents. I think I've told my parents this before, but they once went out of town, and like me and my best friend Mitchell, like shout out Mitchell, he'll definitely listen to this actually, especially if I tell him that if he's featured. My parents went out of town, and we told Mitchell's parents that we're staying at my place. And I told my parents that I'm staying at Mitchell's place because I was like, "Oh, you guys are going out of town. Like, let me just stay
That's
with Mitchell. I
classic.
don't want to go on the trip with you." And we threw a party in my backyard, but it wasn't that cool. It was like literally maybe like 15 people, like my high school girlfriend. Like it was just fun. Like, but there was other people who really did like debaucherous house parties. Like there was this one kid. This is like the most Miami shit in the universe. And when I think back to this, and when I tell people about this, I'm like, number one, this is hella illegal. Number two, I can't believe that like this people didn't find out about this. This kid who's like absolutely loaded, who went to my school, threw a lingerie party in his beach face home when his parents were out of town. So it was like a bunch of high schoolers. He like hired security, like there was bartenders, and it's like just a bunch of 16-year-olds like half naked. And when I think about back to that night, I'm like, how did that happen? Like, how is that even freaking possible?
School is so fun.
Yeah. High school.
Yeah. Fun times.
It is.
Also, awful times.
Yeah,
But
dude.
fun times.
I
yeah.
loved college.
I bet.
I was like much more
Asher
the
Rock.
max I am
Yeah.
today in college than I was in high school. Like high school max is pretty similar too, but I loved college.
I just rewatched Superbad, and it's just like all the
Oh my
archetypes
God.
that they have for the high school nerds, cool guys, cool girls, like it all still holds true. Almost 20 years later, it's a phenomenal film, and just some of the
What film is it?
oh, Superbad.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, with Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And so just some of the lines early on, like lunchroom cafeteria, like people never forget. Like he's just like they're always like kind of roasting each other and McLovin, and so just all the archetypes still hold true, and it's like. This stuff sticks in your mind forever, like nerdy kids who like couldn't lose their virginity and stuff like that. It's a banger.
But it's the thing about like the contrast between high school and college is like in college, or when you I guess when you leave school in those first 4 years, no matter what you're doing, you see such a change in people. Like some people stay the same, but then you see the people that were like not popular. Yeah, exactly. And then you see the kids that like really just turned into these like amazing people or real handsome people. Like some nerds were like, I saw there was this kid at my school was like a full nerd, and unfortunately he was like, he wasn't good looking and he had like I saw him like 4 years later. He was one of the most handsome dudes I'd ever seen. I was like, are you fucking serious? What the hell happened to him? He just like grew into his, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It takes time, man.
Yeah.
Process.
I definitely was like, I was a musical theater kid in high school. I wasn't like a nerd, but I also like wasn't popular. Like everybody was like kind of like cool with me, but I definitely wasn't like cool per se. Like, but yo, speaking of movies, this guy, listen to this. I just have to bring this back because he was just talking about Superbad. Sean almost watched, because he watched The Brutalist
last night.
Last
with
night.
your man Guy Pearce. Cool,
Yeah,
wasn't
nice.
he? He's cool.
Yeah, he's
He had a
great.
sick mustache, by the way.
What, Guy Pearce?
Guy
in the
Pearce
film?
has a fat.
Muzzy.
Yeah,
Literally.
he crushed.
This guy almost watched
Adrian
The
Brody
Pianist.
crushed, and
Yeah,
so I
so-
woke up, was about to watch The Pianist at 11 in the morning. With
The Pianist, I love that movie.
Dude,
That's one of the best movies ever.
Of
I've never
course,
seen it.
it's a phenomenal film.
Yeah.
Never seen Pianist.
Ah.
2003.
Are you trying to watch the world's most depressing film
Exactly.
for a day full of comedy?
Either Superbad again or
Yeah, like
The
Rip
Pianist.
Super. He was literally like, oh yeah, I was thinking about throwing it on at noon, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna watch my guy lose all of his friends and family and walk through bombed
Brody
Germany.
had
Yeah.
some funny
That
bits.
scene
last
at the
night.
end where he's on the piano and the yeah.
Bro,
Wow.
you should look
I
at
gotta
me.
throw that on.
You should watch it,
Solo Dolo
but
at
not
noon.
at noon
On a
on
Saturday.
Saturday. I don't want you to ruin
Is
your
everything
day.
all right,
Yeah,
Sean?
dude, you could
Are
pick
you
up.
okay?
The Brutalist
You
was
need to look
brutal.
after this guy.
I'm doing my best.
I left him at 6 and I'm walking past the Regal. I was like, it's a 3.5 hour film. Should I rip this? Got nothing else to do. So I went in. It's got an intermission in the middle. It's a fire flick. Highly recommend it.
Okay.
Highly recommend The Brutalist, yeah.
I've heard only good things.
Although they use AI to augment the Hungarian accent. Did you hear about this?
No.
They just used AI to just a tiny little spruce on a few scenes with Brody where he couldn't hit the vowels of Hungarian.
Hungarian's a weird
Language.
Yeah.
It's one of the only languages that doesn't have a foothold in like Latin or any romantic languages. It's one of the most unique languages on planet Earth.
I've heard
actually.
that.
The fact that he was able to hit it at all, it's like
I give props to actors. I could never do it. I could never do an accent, or I would love to learn how to do accents. Apparently, you can learn.
Rip your best American right now. Go.
Oh, I can't do it.
Go.
I can do like a southern accent.
Okay, let's hit it.
Because it's hammy.
I went. I'm going to go down and get myself some cornbread.
That's
And-
decent.
That's it.
Back
It's so bad.
That's Colin Brady.
Y'all need to not make me watch the penis.
The penis.
Penis.
We need to not be watching the penis at 12 noon
Come
before
here.
our podcast with Colin Brady. Sorry. God damn it.
Oh, the most southern accent I've ever heard in America. I was in Miami, and there's like an alligator farm.
Whoa.
If you go like 2 hours out of Miami, and there's this guy,
Like Everglades vibes?
the Everglades,
Okay, got it.
and he was doing those guys must make a fucking fortune, by the way, those guys, because they run off tips, and they're on this boat, and they take you through these Everglades, and you tip him like, I don't know, he made a fortune. He was probably the richest man in Miami. I'm not gonna lie, but his accent.
Yeah,
was
fuck DJ
so-
Khaled, bro. This guy makes way more bread.
Alligator
dude.
man, shout out. And he was so fucking annoying though. Yeah, I could not live in the South. I'm sorry.
Hey, man, I always say this. Freaking Miami is not the South. Miami is freaking mini Cuba.
Sure.
The more north you get, as they always say in Florida, the more north you get, the more southern it gets. So I'm from Florida. North of West Palm Beach is Florida. Yeah, that's like the difference. So
It is very Cuban, very Latino.
so Latino, bro.
It's
Like, the most Latino.
apparently like white people get ostracized there for not knowing Spanish.
Dude, I speak Spanish because like I was the minority in my friend group. Like I'd be hanging out with homies and they would switch to Spanish and I'm like, all right, dude, I guess we're speaking Spanish now. Like, I guess that's how it is. What's good? So,
How do you say I want to drink some coffee with my boys?
quiero beber café con mis amigos. Like,
Nice.
I'm like, we're,
Cafe?
yeah.
Cafe Negro, porfa?
Yeah. Oh, look at him. Look at him. He learned that on the ayahuasca retreat. Yeah, man. I love Miami. I love like Latin culture. I'm always
Yeah.
like, it's the best.
I think you guys are mad to not do more travel. Not you guys, but just anyone in America. Central America, South America.
Yeah, we stay put.
It's amazing.
gotta get-
That
I
whole,
need to get
all
out
that
there.
region. Go to Peru, go to Machu Picchu. That
Beautiful.
place is amazing.
I just had some homies go there and they said that it was insane.
Amazing. I did the four-day trek. It's unreal. Unreal. And you don't have to do anything. You just rock up. These treks are so well organized. It's 3 nights, 4 days. You pull up. They give you a bag to throw your stuff in. You don't even carry your own bag. There's Sherpas that carry everything. So for like there was 15 gringos and maybe a team of 100 Sherpas.
Oh, wow.
And they carry all the food, all the kitchen equipment, the tents, your bedding, your sleeping bag. All you carry is your day pack. That's it.
That's sick.
So you pull up at nighttime, your tent's made, your bed is made. You've got a hot meal there waiting for you.
And it's fire for sure.
There's a toilet. Yeah, they've got like a portable toilet that they have in just like a little portable toilet tent. So, but I will say if you're going to do Machu Picchu, take altitude tablets.
Wow.
I got really sick.
You get rocked by altitude?
I got rocked, and it can affect you in different ways. So you can be lightheaded and like suffer that way and get dizzy spells and stuff, or you can be sick on the other end where you get diarrhea. And I had it so bad for 2 days straight. I couldn't hold anything in. And walking on this trek with like thousands of other walkers, like some days you're doing a stretch of like half a day where there's not even any trees, so I had to like pull over on the side and just like people like walking past me while I'm that guy between the cars. I'm like, I can't.
Dude, it'd be like that sometimes. You gotta be the guy between the cars, dude.
Sometimes you got to be the guy between the cars.
Sometimes sometimes you're between a RAV4 and an Acura. Other times you're on a trail in Machu Picchu, baby. That's how it is.
Rocking a hard place,
Dude.
Yes.
I really want to go to Argentina to snowboard. I want to go to Patti.
Yeah,
The Patagonia is
I
like
surfed down in Patti.
Oh.
I had the full everything,
cold.
gloves.
Well, yeah, it's
All,
cold.
all was exposed was that. It was snowing when I
Yeah,
was
I'm
there.
sure. I was about to say and the waters there are really intense because you're getting closer and closer to what is it called?
The Antarctic?
Yeah, but there's like a specific like stretch of water between the Antarctic and South America, and the closer you are to it, the rougher the water is. I can't. It's like George's Path or something.
All
I
the
can't
way
remember
down
what it's
there.
called.
Huh.
But were you on the southern tip or were you West Coast?
I was on the Chile side.
Chile side. Okay,
Yeah.
so West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast. But it's so pretty. Argentina, if you're a single man and you want to go party, go to Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires is like, I don't know, I always had this view of like South America being kind of poor, and it's not. Like South America is extremely, the cities are beautiful. They were colonized by the Spanish, so all the cities are just gorgeous.
Sure.
Buenos Aires is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen in the world. The buildings and the architecture are just stunning. Look, it makes you feel like you're going through like old Paris.
Damn.
It's so pretty.
I'd like to go.
Cobblestone streets, and I think they have the most beautiful women in the world.
Wow.
And I don't know this for a fact, but we'll check this on ChatGPT.
Mel, you're the most
Actually, no, I
beautiful
do.
woman
I
in the
do.
world.
Yeah, but I do know. I do know this for a fact. Argentinian women are I think Argentinian women have the highest percentage of breast implants.
Huh.
So if you like women that
That's
are
a stat. I like that.
medically enhanced,
I've got 2 cantaloupes. Understood. That's
that's the place.
okay. Noted.
There you go,
about
boys.
Sean, let's get Sean out to Argentina,
Let's book
baby.
him a flight.
Let's book him a flight right now.
I'll co-host with you for a night.
Oh,
We had some Brazilian baddies pull up to the show 2 weeks ago.
yes.
Nice.
Courtesy
It was
of
fun.
Parker Tag.
They were nice.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out Parker.
Yep, he
So-
barked up
he
these
barked up these chicks.
baddies at the Crumble Cookie on McDougal Street, and so
Nice.
they weren't doing anything.
Who was the guy that did the barking on the show that I was on that brought in like 12 people? Who was that kid?
Sounds like Parker.
Was
Yeah,
that
probably
Parker?
was Parker.
Yeah, okay.
He's a good
Yeah,
kid.
He must be talented at barking.
He is.
He
He
just
is.
got the gift
He's a
of the
hero,
gab.
bro. He's a hero. He's a hero. He's got the gift of gab, and he's funny as hell, dude.
I know.
He's
Yeah.
shout out Parker. Parker, we love you. You literally messaged us today. We love you.
Yeah, you're on.
Barking's a
You're on.
lifesaver for these clubs, hey.
It is.
If
It
you're a
is.
smaller club and you're trying to get people in.
Because the bringer model is just like torture, like saying, "Oh, you have to bring 3 people, or else we're not going to play you." So it's like
It
so
kills the
lame.
vibe.
But if
It-
you say,
it-
"Go out and do your best on McDougal and have fun," and say, "Come on down,"
Yeah.
that's pretty wholesome.
The bringer vibe, I was talking about it yesterday with some guests I had on. It's awful.
Torture.
I hate it. I hate
Torture
it.
model.
And I
I
really
get it for the industry room, but it's torture.
I get it, but with the industry room you get spots.
Right.
And
There's a
I was
payout.
fortunate enough to get a good amount of spots last time. Hopefully I'll get some more today.
Mm.
But a lot of these bringers that people do, like I got a friend on the weekend that did a 6-person bringer. I'm not going to mention where. You get nothing out of it.
Right.
There's no fucking point for a video. And I get that it keeps the industry going, but it's really sucks. That's the downside of the industry, unfortunately.
Mm.
But it is what it is.
It's
Butts and chairs.
butts and chairs.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's all about
yeah.
draw. Everything.
Yeah.
One thing I feel like I've learned from like being in comedy more and more is that like it's all about your draw. It's all about like the people that orbit around your creativity or orbit around your like joy or funniness or whatever it is, which is why I feel like you and I focus so much on like being kind and organized, because then people like know that this is reliable and these guys aren't dicks.
Totally.
That's like the whole kind of like secret, not so secret sauce, but you know what I mean? Like
Sure.
but there's so many, that's the thing. There's so many people who are
Yeah.
assholes. like they're not to mention anybody. Yo, shout out these Gen Z kids. Let's go.
They got that haircut where it just
Yeah.
swooshes in the
Yeah.
front.
Where it looks
right?
like an ice cream cone, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's nice. It's nice to be surrounded by nice people and nice people like yourself. Frankly, you're
Likewise.
you're one of the like nice people.
Thank you.
I've met a lot of really really nice people in comedy. I mean, compared to the musical theater world, comedy is so nice.
Everyone's amazing. Yeah. Not everyone, but most people are really, really good.
I was
There's
surprised.
the majority of people are great. There's some
Yes.
people you just, you're
It's
like,
not gonna work.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this friendship won't last forever. Now, let's go back to comedy for the next 10 minutes.
Sure.
A question I ask everyone, if I remember to ask, is where do you draw your inspiration from bits? And how do you guys write your material, and what is your style? Like, do you use notes? Do you use, hit me with the start of an idea and how you bring it to fruition. So maybe you go first, Sean.
Yeah. I do a morning pages practice. You know that one?
No.
Shout out the Artist Way, Julia Cameron. Some real wholesome shit.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's dope. You just wake up and you write 3 pages by hand or on your computer, but there's a little more distraction happening there. So I try to write 3 pages and
So
try
are
to
you just writing off your dome,
Yes.
just whatever you think or feel?
what's happening today, basics,
Okay.
like simple stuff. And then as I get towards the end of those 3 pages, I'm trying to make the thoughts more amusing to myself. Like, this is funny about today or yesterday, or this is funny about what's like right now, or me being like half naked in my apartment at 6 a.m. So that's the seed. And then I'll usually either photo those pages or bring them to work, and I'll write kind of secretly throughout the day when I'm with the kids and stuff. And so I try to do that every single day, that morning pages practice. If anyone hasn't heard of Artist Way, I recommend it. And then at least just there's some material happening and floating around, that there's like, instead of just divining straight from the ether, like it's like there's actually just a source material about my life that's usually about the school teaching or living in New York or, you know, being annoyed. Like, no comedy is ever really funny if I'm just like stoked on everything. It's usually complaining. So what have I got to gripe about today that's, you know, subtly amusing? And then I'm always kind of like taking notes on the kids and stuff and seeing what they're joking about. So that's throughout the day. And then finally, like, the show helps that by the time Saturday rolls around, it's like I'm actually sitting down at a computer and kind of mulching everything there. And that's where it's like a little more business like I'm copy pasting like a big doc of all my stuff and then editing down and stripping it all the way back, and then mostly just choosing a few bits out of that.
Nice, man.
Economy of words, baby.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's really the main quote that comes back every time, that the soul of wit is brevity from Shakespeare, and that's
Literally.
it. So it's like, can I make it funny in 1.5 lines? That's the goal. And imagine just trying to tell a story to, like, I don't know, a grandparent who's hard of hearing. You want to make it as quick and punchy as possible. So they're like, huh. And then they die. I don't know.
Nice, man. Thank you.
So that's the plan.
Max?
For me, I'm kind of, like, I don't know if this is toxic, but I'm the peak, like, if I say something funny and I'll like get a laugh, I write it down and I'm like, okay, that's a premise. Let's go.
Of course.
So I'm the peak like notes guy. Like,
Nice.
like I'll be at work, like I'll make my coworkers laugh and I'm like, that's a good premise.
Yeah.
Like, like literally just like at the lunch table, like
Yeah.
apples are red. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I'm big on that. And then I start in notes. All of like my premises are in notes. Then I'm a big like Google Docs guy. And then for like memorization, I'll get on mics or like I'll write out my jokes by hand in my notebook. But yeah, I feel like what I draw inspiration from is just, I'm like super like observational for the most part. Like I'll just like talk about you. I feel like you and I are similar in that regard. We just like talk about shit that we know and like we experience. And then like I'll also talk about like upbringing and stuff like that. Like I've actually, funny enough, despite the fact that like I feel like I have like a hilarious, I'm Ukrainian, so like I have a more difficult time writing about that than about what's happening in my life currently. So I'm working on it. I feel like the 2 big things I'm working on right now and like I'm actively trying to do is, one, trying to curse less on stage, and in life I curse too much. I'm getting better at it. I actually have seen an improvement.
Nice.
I like watched like a tape that I did recently. I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm still cursing a lot, but it's way less than before.
I find you have to re-watch yourself to bust to the cursing, because it's not until I watch a tape and I'm like, oh,
it's filler
that is
words.
bad.
Yeah, it's filler words.
Doing this has helped me be a little bit more eloquent in the way I speak as well. Just like watching, I'm like, I hated how I do that or say that.
That, and then because I curse so much, I'll like find myself that I'm like, Max, you're literally cursing because you're just trying to fill space.
Sure.
Just let it be quiet for a second and say the next thing. You don't have to say fucking right now. Like, you know, there's no need. There's no need. Just shut up. Like, shut up for 5 seconds. Maybe I need that silent retreat.
Let's go. 3 days.
If I manage an hour, that would be sick.
Especially with your boy too. At the front, like the silent retreat, you would definitely talk.
Oh my God, I couldn't do that with my boy, bro. Like literally, you know how there's those memes where it's like when the teacher says the next person to laugh is gonna get sent to detention. I'm like the friend who'd be looking at my boy like trying to get him to laugh. Like So definitely not with the boy. If I ever did that, I'd have to like go solo and like
Solo
really
dolo.
just peak
For sure.
solo dolo.
Yeah.
Pre-solo.
Like peak by myself energy.
I could definitely do a silent retreat.
I could see it.
Yeah, I could do it. I
Yeah.
could do a week, I reckon.
We could start right now.
Week?
Easily. Yeah.
It's good. You feel different when you come back. Yeah.
I could do it.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, but nah, not for now.
My brain would like I talk so much.
Mm.
Like definitely like the thing that it's bad. Like I've been told like it's hilarious. Whenever somebody tells me to shut up now, I'm just like, oh shit. Like I've been hearing that for 28 years. Let's turn down the volume.
I think back to your point about staying in the bit, like that was one of like Jerry's biggest pieces of advice for Louis C.K. was just staying in the bit and not putting in filler words and just sitting in silence. And usually you get like a ripple effect, rolling like wave laugh that's like coming from the back, like the bit lands twice almost.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of people you learn from doing comedy more consistently, especially doing shows, is holding for a laugh as well.
Yeah.
If you're trying to constantly fill it with words, you're just cutting your laugh.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Totally. Same.
We all have.
Yeah.
It's like-
I've had it.
Another funny thing here or there.
I had a mentor point out to me, like you've got to hold,
Sure.
hold, and it was the best advice.
It really is.
But
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, when I've done like bigger shows, like I've done some shows at Gotham that are like 140 people.
Nice.
You get excited.
Wow.
Well, no,
That's a lot of
holding
people.
for those laughs, like if you're getting a big laugh, you kind of almost standing there like a bit of a dickhead because sometimes you're like waiting for the laugh to stop, so you're just like holding the expression.
You're like, guys, shut the fuck up. I need to get to the next joke. I got 5 minutes, okay? Please. There's 3 more big punchlines.
It is a weird feeling. It really
Yeah.
is like a sight gag.
But this is the best. I mean, could you ever see yourself doing anything else now? Now that you boys are exposed to comedy, like we're doing this world is.
I love it.
It's fun.
It's
It
so
really
fun.
is fun. And there's opportunity every single night in New York City and then beyond. Like, this is
Yeah.
where Frank Sinatra came up with, if you could do it here, you could do it anywhere. So,
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Well, no, I don't know.
Yeah. ChatGPT said so. It was there's lots of people that say though, if you're gonna do comedy or do anything creative, you take yourself to the cities in which
New
people
York
are
or
doing
LA,
those
really.
things. So
Yeah.
New York's the place.
For sure.
I can't think of a better city than New York City
Totally.
Yeah.
for comedy.
For
Just
comedy.
the economy, the amount of reps you can get in a day.
It's crazy.
Jump on a subway, you're in another club in 20 minutes. Walk to another one, jump on a. Like if in other cities you've got to drive and get stuck in traffic and fuck that.
I'm doing London next month in March, actually.
Are you doing shows?
I have 3 shows booked. I'm
Amazing.
curious. Like,
How
a
did
couple
you
of them are
how did
out
you
of
go
town.
about booking them?
I reached out ahead of time, 3 homies. I lived there for a while. My mom is from South London. And just sent them some tapes of the newer stuff I'm doing where I'm rapping on stage. And I think they were like, all right, this is a real like New York commodity. So the bookings were really easy. So it was good. And now I've got 3 lined up. One of them central, 2 are like kind of way out on one of the tube underground lines. And then, I think it'll be fun to see that, like you say, just commuting around different scenes, bigger, smaller. One's like a pub show, like just
Amazing.
Yeah, something like that.
Those little pub shows can sometimes just be the best.
That'd be
can't
cool. Yeah.
they? As long as you got a live audience, it doesn't matter where you are,
seriously.
and as long as they're paying attention.
Yeah.
Exactly, man.
So I should be able to grab their attention as like New Yorker rolling in, know the culture, have lived over there a little bit. I'm gonna write some site specific. That's another part of my writing process is that I think a newcomer might not have like the venue and the crowd and all of that in mind, but it really is good to write a little bit for each show, like
For
where
sure.
you'll be, the time,
Yeah.
the space.
It makes the audience feel like you've thought of them.
Totally.
Just a little gesture at the start.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan for the rest of the year, boys? What's your 2025 outlook?
Nice.
Are we talking Saturday Night Laughs plan, or are we
Yeah,
talking individual
everything.
plan?
Just both. Give me both.
I don't know. Individual plan, just continue getting funnier. Like we have shows every Saturday, so like we're constantly. I feel like the both of us are kind of like writing for every Saturday.
Yeah.
And we're like, I always like try to at least do one bit.
Nice.
We're not. I'm not superhuman. Sometimes I'll like
Fall back.
fall back on my laurels, but
Same.
like
Of course.
we all do. But we're just write more,
Mm-hmm.
have more fun. Like I feel like the biggest, if you're having fun, the audience is having fun. So I'm always just trying to have more fun on stage, and honestly, continue freaking selling out shows, baby.
Yeah,
Get butts in seats, like,
Yeah.
and do promo and like have fun. Like we do promo vids sometimes. Other
They're really
times we
funny, the
don't.
ones you guys have done.
Okay,
And they're
thanks,
good
man.
quality. I really like them.
Appreciate you.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. We're doing like more collab shows too, which is exciting. Like we want to like collaborate with like other comics because it's fun to do collaborative shows because it's
Yeah.
kind of like you pull on the strings of their people and your people. It's good for reach, and it's also like good for just like homeage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So my goals are to just continue growing the SNLLZ brand. And get funnier. I know
Nice.
that's like really
Perfect.
simple, but that's the truth.
That's the goal, man. That's what we're all aspiring for. Is just to get better and better.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna book a flight to Buenos Aires. That's my first.
Yeah,
that's my first order of
boy.
business. 2025. Teacher summer break.
Max, we're gonna hold him to this.
Go down to South
I'm
America.
literally
Never
gonna
been.
start nagging him about going to Argentina. If Sean ever comes up to me and he's like, "Bro, like, I need a baddie," I'm gonna be like, "You're not trying hard enough. You're not trying hard enough."
That's on my goals list.
Good.
To head down and check it out and hit you up for some recommendations beforehand for sure.
Yeah,
What are your big picture stuff for?
mate. Just this.
Cool.
I want to produce a show this year.
Nice.
I want to probably produce several. I want to do a show through people that I've had on through the podcast. Do some sort of bucket pool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I want to. I'm sort of silently planning something in the background, so there'll be something more
I'm-
about that in the
I'm
future.
stoked.
And I might hit you guys up to do
Dope.
some sort of collaboration.
That'd be great.
Dude, please,
Yeah.
we'd be happy to.
Yeah.
We're like
Collabs are great.
we're
We love
we're
it.
down for
Yeah.
collabs.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to continue to grow this. I'd love to get a sponsor by the end of the year. Have some just to help cover some costs of this. And I want to keep using this to like give guys like you a voice and a platform, and everyone can get to know you. The thing about this scene is, like, a lot of podcasts that we listen to is, you know, we're listening to like professional comedians that have been in the scene for a while, and like it's all good, but this scene that we're in now is still so interesting.
Yeah,
The people
of
are
course.
amazing, and we're all growing up together. So I love this platform that I'm doing and I'm bringing out, and it's awesome. I'm loving
You're
the
crushing.
quality.
Fuck
Thank you,
yeah,
man.
You're crushing.
It feels very professional.
And shows just to get on, you know, I'm averaging like 20-25 shows a month at the moment, which is
Hell yeah.
awesome. I've hit 19. I
Bro.
did 19 yesterday for January so far.
Nice.
Good for
Today will be
you.
show 20. So
Great.
just continue to just keep getting on as many fucking shows as I can, and writing and getting better.
Are you still doing the day job or that's over?
Well, I haven't had a day job since I've been here.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've just been treating this like a day job, man.
that's great.
When my green card comes in, I'll have a day job. But
Wow.
I just live off savings and Mel, and I don't live off Mel, but she obviously helps me out. We're married. So,
Shut up,
but
Mel.
I got my own money. Fortunately, I've been okay
Good.
in life. So
Good.
it's I am looking forward to working though.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Just to bring some money in, I'm gonna do like some events jobs.
Oh.
Like
So
do
good
like
for
little
inspo.
3-day.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly,
It's
man.
great for inspo,
Exactly.
man. Like it's
Yeah.
it's so like
Good job.
the homies that like do nothing. I'm like, where do you write your material?
Yeah.
Like, all right,
Just
you
comedy.
need to interact with people that
It's-
aren't comedians.
I will say it does get hard when because my life is really just like my wife and comedy, and in that circle, like it doesn't draw the most amount of inspiration. You're right, because comedy is drawn from like real life.
Real
events.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked, but
That's funny.
my plans to be in New York forever,
Great.
or at least
Home base.
looking forward to the next 10 years, like
Fun.
be here.
Dude, you gonna rip some like electrician jobs?
No,
No.
blue collar anymore.
No,
Done with
no
it.
electricity.
Nah, I'm done. I love blue collar. Shout out to all the electrician boys that I know at home, all the union boys. But no, that's my old life.
That's fine. I was just curious. I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I mean, it's like the thing in America right now. It's like freaking. We don't have enough plumbers. We don't have enough
Right.
electricians, and we
Yeah.
don't have enough like. I'm trying to think of what else, but like those kind of like trade jobs are dying. So if you're teachers too, yeah,
teachers.
like they're. I immediately I was like, Cam, bro, go into like private electricity,
Nah.
bro. Now you're like, fuck that. I'm trying to work events, baby.
It doesn't work because like I don't get home most nights till after midnight.
Oh wow.
For this job already.
Just
Okay.
mics, like doing
Yeah.
mics and stuff. So,
What does she do, your wife?
she is in real estate.
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
sick.
So-
Commercial, residential.
Bit of both, but
Oh,
mostly
cool.
resi. So, like then when we do shows, a lot of them are late.
Late,
Like
yeah.
I did. Anyway, so like you do a blue collar work job, you got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
And fuck
that's
that.
fair. No,
It's just
I-
not. It just
no, it's
doesn't
not
work.
right.
What was your bit about like pretending to be like a school teacher with mentally handicapped guys, but it turns out it's all electricians?
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
that bit again? Can you do it?
I say at home I work with a bunch of blokes with special needs. It's called construction.
Nice. That's a good one. I like that
Yo.
one.
Like, that always gets a good.
Always
ear.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
Because
basically
it's good. That's why.
It gets a great laugh. The next bit's a little more controversial, but that gets a laugh as well.
Good.
Yeah.
We
But
love it.
you boys, give me your socials. Where's our lovely audience from going after it gonna find you?
At Sean Comedy, SeanComedy, rhymes with Sean Connery. Hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
Hit up also at SNLOLZ for our every Saturday show at the Comedy Shop. So that's happening one more time at SNLOLZ
We're Saturday Night Laughs, but we're not Saturday Night Live
for legal
reasons.
reasons. And then you can find me on the gram. I'm Maximum Jokes. I need to fucking change my handle. It's too long.
I love it.
Maximum Jokes, MAKSIM, and then UM, because like
Maximum.
maximum, and then jokes. You know how to spell jokes. I believe in you.
Well, I'll have it on the
Nice. Nice.
description.
Thanks, Cam.
You boys,
This is great.
it has been an
has been a
absolute
blast,
pleasure.
bro.
You guys are absolute legends. Love what you're doing. Keep going. Thank you. Your show is incredible. So anyone, check out their show Saturday at the Comedy
Tonight.
Shop at Bleecker Street,
Fuck yeah.
6 o'clock
We love
every
it.
Saturday. These guys are fucking funny. Hit them up for spots. Hit them up for seats and tickets. And thank you guys for coming on. We'll do this again very soon.
Fuck,
Thanks,
It's been an absolute
Cam.
so
pleasure.
much. You
All
popped
right.
my podcast.
Hey.
Needed that.
See you on the next one, guys. Hey, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode of Going After It with Cam Bird. Produced by Cam Bird, co-produced by Ryan Rizzuti and Jacqueline Laurie Edwards. Music by Brian Rigby. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe, and remember to hit that notification bell. And if you can, get after it.